Oh, well, I'd have to speculate, but my hunch is, having lived a couple of years in the US, is that this is our biggest, obviously, neighbor on many counts. And we tend to demonize certain characteristics of that country, and we tend to dichotomize and set ourselves in contrast with that country. And another thing that Canadians are actually quite proud is that we tend to uphold equity as a value, as Canadian people. But what we learned from some of these international comparisons is that we actually have a fair bit of health inequalities in our country. And the assessment of some of these groups, such as the OECD, is that it has to do with the amount of private health insurance that we have and how we don't regulate it. So they showed that countries like Germany and Switzerland, for instance, actually rely on private health insurance as their primary insurance mechanism, but they have the lowest health inequalities, and that is thanks to the OECD argues, thanks to the very high level of public regulation of the private health insurance market. These international comparisons are very challenging. We need a lot of consistency in definitions, and definitions don't always apply from one country to another, and so we need a certain amount of flexibility, but if you go too far on that level, then you can't compare anymore. So it's finding the right balance between these comparisons and having consistent sets of estimators, but that apply in different contexts.